Hey guys, Sean the Buffalo here again, and I've decided now after my last deck profile that what I'm going to do is basically take this as our journey to discovery of the best possible build that you can find of Gardevoir GX. And after playtesting today and yesterday against Greninja Break, Glissapods, GX and things like that, I've done a lot of testing with friends. I will be posting up videos of that in the next couple of days. Um, I've now found the most effective build of Gardevoir that isn't just on paper anymore, actually works. And obviously, uh, but I'm also now as well not just building the best form of Glisspod. Like this is now post rotation ready, so we'll go straight into this anyway. So with it being stage two, I've basically built it in a fashion where I can make it the most um, consistent as possible. Sorry. So we are going for 4 Gardevoir GX and 1 Gallade. Gallade I found against the Rock Jumper in the tournament on Saturday. You do need this more than it seems. Being a very strong one prize card attacker that gives you premonition as well. Premonition in a stage 2 deck is it just basically helps with your consistency, which obviously is something that stage 2 decks tend to lack usually, and tend to find it hard to get to grips with the speed of other decks. But having premonition does help with that mid to late game things. Um, so 3 Curlier again, opting for as consistent as possible with it being a stage 2 deck, and uh, for your usual 4 routes. Sorry about the one non-reverse, although what a scrub. So that's your Gardy family, and then obviously following that, you've got your support Pokemon. So now I've opted for a definite 2 of Diancie. Like this card is so much more broken than it seems. Like the speed is incredible, and basically because Guzma's going about, there's a reason why I'm still using four rare candy. But for when you're lucky enough not to get Guzma in one of the starting terms, especially when you're against Galissapod, um, that's the awkward thing about the Antsy. Like you can go into all curly as you want, but against Galissapod you need the rare candies for that matchup because they just first impression your curliers away and you're like, oh, that's horrible. So you can't really be left in the dirt by Glissapodd because it is a truly fast and powerful deck, not something that you want. Um, what's it like shocking you at any point? So I'm just going to lay all this back out just so we can keep a track on it at the end. And then the last 3 Pokemon as support Pokemon are just you one draw card, a Rangaroo, and my one blooming thing that I'm proxying still is a Lele, and that's my actual Lele. I will get hold of one, I promise, guys. It's just taking a little bit longer than I would have first suspected. So that's the Pokemon list. Now, for it being a stage 2 deck again, and with this being post rotation and all the Verseekers being rotated out, this was a 3-3 line, but I've now opted for 4 Sycamore and 4 N, as you don't get any of them back now. Like when with Verseeker gone, you need this in a stage 2 deck. Like, this is actually so vital. I mean, there's no point playing Kukui because you actually hit the numbers regardless. Like weakness and numbers are really not an issue for this deck. That's where the strength lies of this deck. And then 2 Guzmas, just in case they do try and stall you out and you don't find your Floatstone for your Oranga and things like that. You can switch of your own accord at that point. And also helps for when you've got heavily damaged Gardevoir in the active, but you've been building your one up on the bench like a beast as well. So that's that. And then you just the general one-off supporters that just help in general. And because of Twilight GX, even though Verseeker's gone, because Tapu Lele is a thing, it is still okay to be able to have one-off supporters. So teammates, Skylar, which might go to 2, we'll see, and Bridget. Again, this The only reason why Skylar might possibly go to 2 is just to. I'm sorry about the non-fallout bridge as well. I'll scrub load again. Obviously, this gets you your rare candies and the ultra balls and all sorts. So the necessary components, like choice band's good, but this gets you your ultra ball and rare candy are so necessary for this deck. It's like untrue. Hence why I'm so glad that that horrible Vileplume's going. Right, so back onto the items anyway. Standard items, 4 ultra ball, and again for speed and consistency. Rare candy, because basically if you can get a turn 3 effectively, turn 3 of the game, turn 2 of your own, Gardevoir GX up and you're putting on pressure from the start, that's simply all you need. You just need to be putting the pressure straight on straight away. That's what I found, and so this is what I still continue to enjoy rare candy. I've not yet practiced against Gardevoir Drampa, but I know after watching various videos that this deck has no trouble dealing with that. Like, Drampa doesn't hit hard enough, and Gardevoir never will hit hard enough, because by the time you see a single Gardevoir on the field, you're just going to Twilight GX on you, basically. If you lose one Gardevoir GX in the process, you're not really falling down, considering that you run 4 in this build. 2 Field Blower, again, maybe a free of at some point with Garbotoxin about, and 3 Choice Bands, the best item of the format other than Floatstone. Necessary for a Rangaroo and just not having to waste energies and things. And not every deck in the format is GX and EX heavy, so that's why you only play 3 choice band. That might even go to 2, to be honest, considering how prominent and dominant I expect Greninja Break to be. And the one thing I'm thinking about swapping a choice band out for is the Giratina promo with the Devouring Light ability to stop Greninja Break, because Greninja Break now with Guzma is more broken than you can imagine. Like, the amount of damage it can put on board is insane, so do be wary of that. I'm trying not to promote Greninja Break here because I hate that deck. It makes me ill. 1 Super Art I still feel like is necessary just for some late game stage 2, maybe some energies and stuff like that, just to get back and you've saved your rare candies and stuff, or just not used them or seen them. Fairy Garden, just a one-off counter stadium, good retreater, and then 13 energies still, so 8, 12, 13. So that's what I'm going for. Obviously, 13 energies I still believe is necessary. It's been a perfect number for me so far. I've won all my games apart from a 2-1 loss to Greninja Break, which I haven't played since I changed the build from the last video that I made. Obviously, the last build that I played didn't have teammates, didn't have 4 Sycamore, didn't have 4 Gardevoir, things like that. So anyway, yeah, this is my build so far, and Gardevoir is my favourite Pokemon. I'm not just urging you all to play it just because it's my favourite Pokemon. I'm urging you all to play it because it is not just overly powerful, but it's just good fun. Like, it actually is a really fun deck. Like, I didn't find Drampa Gardevoir fun, but this actually is. Also, talking about my last video, I am very sorry that cut out at the end. That won't happen again, hopefully. So anyway, before it does, thank you all for watching. Drop us a like and a subscribe, and let us know what you think of my build and stuff. Comment down below or anything like that. Be nice to hear from you guys. Cheers and thank you.